Hey, Luke, good to see you. Today we have a really important topic for all Central Ohioans. A lot of people, I think, are thinking of a job change, and you have some specific advice that they should be considering before. Of course, 50 million workers, we've talked about this before, have already left their jobs since last year. It's been really incredible to look at the number of job openings. Look at that, 10.9 million in December. So now that employees are well positioned to take advantage of this labor shortage, what should they be considering if they're entertaining other options?
Yeah, and I think from Central Ohio to where we're at here in Western Ohio as well, there's been, especially in the manufacturing space, what we've seen is a lot of people are doing some moving and shifting that maybe they weren't otherwise planning to do just because of the number of job openings and the number of companies that are looking for experienced help at this time. So it's kind of given people leverage to not only maybe get a pay raise and stay where they're at, but also explore other options, where they can get some specific benefits that maybe weren't available to them previously.
Yeah, so
Obviously, that
let's
10 million number is a pretty substantial number when we look at that, and you can see it on the chart. Not necessarily of jobs that are newly created, but of jobs that have become open because of people leaving their positions. It's just a really, kind of uncharted territory as far as the job market is concerned.
yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. So you mentioned benefits. Are there any specifics that people should be looking for when they have benefits on their mind?
For sure. I think the big one, obviously, and by nature of what we do here, is the retirement option that they have to use. So, how long will
Mhm.
it take you to get vested into a new 401k plan? Do they offer a Roth 401k option? And then, are they, still offering a pension plan? I know a lot of private companies aren't anymore, but those can be really big things to consider. Not only the benefits of working for the company during your working years, but how are those benefits going to play out for you after you are officially retired,
Mhm.
at the end as well.
Mhm. And I feel like there's a lot of quality of life things to tick through, like personal time off. Some employers are really willing to negotiate on that.
For sure, and definitely, given what's happened, especially again in the manufacturing world right now, a lot of people aren't looking to leave a job and take another position where they're going to be looking at more hours or more weekends or more overtime or what that may be. And some of the companies right now are so, I hate to say desperate, but in a way desperate for help that you could probably work a shortened schedule, maybe get the same benefits. Now, obviously, that ties in with point one. If you're going to be working limited hours, you want to make sure that you're still getting full-time benefits, the
Mhm.
full ability to take advantage of the retirement plan, those sort of
Mhm.
things. But absolutely something to consider.
Mhm. Two other benefits that were on your list to consider were health coverage and perhaps maybe jobs, employers even offering a signing bonus. Anything else that we need to be keeping in mind there?
Yeah, health coverage is a big one. If you're going to be taking any sort of early retirement package and then taking on a new part-time job, you're going to want to make sure that your health coverage is taken care of at least through your Medicare age of 65, and then you get a little more freedom of decision. As far as the signing bonus piece, that's again kind of uncharted territory. It's not something that's always been advertised, but I was, talking to a client recently and saying I've never seen so many now hiring signs, out in the front yards of some of these manufacturing places. They are offering signing bonuses, referral bonuses, all of those sorts of things. So it's a great time to be, possibly looking around for the best place to land.
Mhm. So again, let's talk about the time we are in this moment where the pandemic has just radically changed the labor market, specifically in manufacturing, which again is so important to Ohioans. If I am concerned about the longevity of my job or the volatility of it, I know that that's a lot to consider, especially, Luke, we've talked about the headlines recently too, with Intel building the largest chip making company in New Albany, Ohio. They're investing $100 billion. It's said to create 3,000 jobs, and they're calling it the Silicon Heartland. This is a lot to consider. What are you advising clients, again, who are maybe thinking of what's best for them and their families?
Yeah, it's an exciting time for Ohio. I
Mm,
remember when I was a kid, our motto here as a state was the heart of it all, and they changed
mhm,
it for whatever reason. I always liked that because we're a heart-shaped state. But for years, the manufacturing industry in Ohio has been supporting the automotive industry, especially, and all of those sorts of things. And now with this new Intel news, the state of Ohio is going to be ultra important in supporting a ton of a ton of different industries, from tech, still auto, automobiles and everything
Mhm.
else. Those all take the chips, which are going to be established and created here in the center part of the state. And things to consider would be, a lot of the same things that we've kind of already talked about with as far as the benefits are concerned and everything else. Obviously, if you're going to be taking some time off in order to actually, pursue a full job search, you're always going to want to make sure that you've got 3 to 6 months of fully liquid savings that you can dip into to get you by for a period of time. But, like I said, it's a really uncharted territory as far as being able to take advantage of exploring your options at this time.
Right. And it's such a delicate balance. And I know that you and your team at Eikenberry are very thoughtful about advising clients because I have spoken with you before about, your clients who were maybe concerned about the longevity or volatility of the current job they're in. So at least this presents interesting opportunities that people can think about. If they have some questions again about planning for the future or these moments of uncertainty, what's the best way to reach you?
Definitely. Yeah. The easiest way to get a hold of us is always going to be at the website, as you can find on the bottom of the screen here, www.ikenberryretirement.com. There is a schedule an appointment link there that they can set up with either of the advisors here, or they can always call us at 937-498-1128.
This is really helpful. Luke, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron.